Welcome to Ninethy Gaming.
Delicious. Starfield. Something as wide as an ocean with the depth of a puddle. Not even a pothole in my hometown. Stevie G. A game Todd had talked about and talked about and talked about. A game that he was always super hyped for and ready to present, and that this was the space game.
Often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space? You know, I think like a lot of gamers out there, we have dreamt of a game where we look to the skies and we can blast off into space and explore. We love to make games where we can explore these worlds.
A dream that never came, and a nightmare that never left. You all know the story, you've all heard it. The letdowns.
And I feel in nearly all of these areas, Starfield does a mixed to poor job at them.
The disappointments.
It's just this whole package is just so disappointing.
The zealous defending and glazing of it. And that's all in the past. What I aim to do today is answer the question, who is number one? A joke. Can we save Starfield? Or is it beyond repair? Much like the colander left floating in space, this game is riddled with bugs and goop that'll slow your machine down. However, unlike with my ship, strapping more to the engine will not help liftoff. I tried waiting until there were more mods available for console, but there simply weren't massive increases, so I figured I'd dive in now as it's not going to get much better, given how most modders have abandoned ship, pun intended. In order to really utilize this recent launch of console mods, I spent a good while looking at everything that was available, except for the $7 mission that can genuinely go suck its dad. But there were a fair few mods that piqued my interest, and with quite a nice mod size, hey Bethesda, these two games need that as well, I figured I'd go crazy, but not the Eminem midlife crisis kind of crazy.
Shot it, I fought it.
So I remade Starfield into Star Wars. Now this isn't anything new, far from it, but right from the jump it's crazy how well these two aesthetics blend and lend themselves to one another. I've got to say that, for a short while, this felt like the missing Star Wars game I've always wanted. Making sure I had the alternative start mod to absolutely live out my dream of being a Mando, I set to work, exploring landscapes, adventuring, hunting down targets, but it slowly started to creep in. The issue I knew would catch up with me. Like playing a game of death tag with the immortal snail, sooner or later that slimy little bastard is gonna goo on you and you are done. That's right, script bloat. The thing that has undoubtedly killed a handful of your saves, dear viewer, and many of mine, struck me hard and fast, like a bolt of lightning that glitched through the floor and sent me spiraling into the sky.
The fuck? What now?
The game began crashing after playing a certain number of hours. Specific areas refused to load, as they had done in the base unmodded game. What? Oh. Fuck off. It was a nightmare. A disaster. Some might say it didn't work. So back to the drawing board. I reorganized my mod list, something I feel like I'm pretty good at. And then this goes here, right? And tried again. Sure enough, off to a fun start, but sooner or later the wheel of fortune stopped spinning and Lady Luck had no clipped right through the walls. Todd, what's happening with my game? That's right, memory leak and script bloat ran rampant in an engine where it's held together by nothing but duct tape and abashed hopes. Adding more fixes to this is like throwing cooked pasta at my duct tape box and seeing what sticks, regardless of if the slimy string stick, it doesn't really help the situation, and now my duct tape is starting to smell.
Smell that shit!
Look, the truth of it is, it doesn't matter how many inflatables you've got to throw into the pool if the water doesn't even get knee high and nothing more. There's no depth to this game, and even if a mod came out that drastically overhauled the story, it wouldn't be enough. The story being another one of Emil's abandonment issues shining through. No, seriously, how many stories has this guy written where the dad abandons their child? If it somehow made ships worthwhile and made navigating better, it doesn't matter. There's too many unintuitive systems in my duct tape risotto. Nothing's working, nothing's getting cooked. And that's the problem. We've got so many watered down features that really aren't even features anymore, still arguing with each other. Get mods to improve shipbuilding and add more parts? Great. I can make the ship of my dreams. The ship of my dreams is still a glorified loading screen for the most part, because ship combat takes place in a box, and then I have to open 3 menus in order to navigate to the landing on a planet anyway. Unlike in No Man's Sky, where I can just take off and land wherever I want. Got a mod that overhauls weapons? Great, that just made my shooting gallery even more shooty. And even if in a perfect world where everything works and I can take off and land my ship and the story is god tier and the factions are great, well, the perk system is meaningful, fulfilling, and actually has great feedback for players' input, and the NPCs are likable and well written, and Sam Coe isn't literally the worst human to exist, wet flannel of a character, fake cowboy looking ass piece of shit, it doesn't change the fact that the game doesn't work.
Something's in my ass.
It's great running around as a Mandalorian with Star Wars blasters shooting pirates or stormtroopers. It's fun, it's cool, but sooner or later the engine will break and you will have a faulty save you can never recover. That's the thing, isn't it? The thing that everybody always talks about. Bethesda needs a new engine. They do. I agree, but when you look at everything Starfield has going against it, you begin to see that the engine is also just another symptom. At the end of the day, it's the biggest indicator of a real problem Bethesda has. With this game primarily. Neglect. Lazy, uncaring neglect.
How much is in the bin?
I don't think this game, let alone the IP, can be saved. Which is a shame. Look, it's a great time killer. If you want to load up goofy mods and play in a sandbox with no rhyme or reason while you and the homie talk about some weird random shit at 3 AM, it's great to do that. I've been doing that a lot, right? Just running around, talking to my friends, shooting some guys as a Mandalorian. It's cool. But you want a meaningful game? It's not worth it. Want a great map to explore? Play Fallout 76 or Skyrim. Want Bethesda gunplay? Play Fallout 4. Want a strong narrative with good NPC interactions and interesting dialogue options? Play New Vegas or Oblivion. Want to play with good atmosphere? Play Fallout 3. In many ways, this game is a step down from all the others, and I just don't see how any number of mods can ever fix its core issues. That and, like I said before, modders quit the game. Anyway, look, I love you Bethesda, and I truly want to see you shine again, so please just put more effort into your future games, and above all else, care. Nothing worth doing is ever worth doing without care, or something. So to answer the question, can we save Starfield? No, I don't think we can, which is a shame. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Ninethy out.